Rationalizing denominator of Surds. Rationalizing the denominator simply means to get the square root out of the denominator. All it is, get the square root out of the denominator of a fraction. To rationalize the denominator in a fraction, simply multiply the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. You multiply the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. So let's see how we can apply that. Here, rationalize the denominator and simplify if possible. Look at this expression, 7 root 3. Now this is the numerator, that's the denominator. So you multiply this fraction by the denominator. So you multiply the numerator by root 3, you multiply the denominator by root 3. That way, you get rid of this, because root 3 times root 3, that gives you 3. 7 times root 3, that gives you 7 root 3. So this is your perfect answer, and that is done. Now, have a go with these questions. Try these questions. Have a go. Rationalize the denominator and simplify if possible. Press pause. Have a go. When you are done, press play. Okay, right. Let's have a look at the answers. Okay, the first one here, root 12 divided by root 12 divided by root 4. So you multiply this fraction here by root 4 and root 4. So root 4 times root 4, that gives you 4. 12 times root 4. But we know that 12 times root 4, even though we know that root 4 is 2. So here, 12 times root 4, you could write them 12 root 4. But because root 4 is a perfect square root, so that is 2. So 12 times 2, that gives you 24. So 24 divided by 4, you can cancel it down properly now. 24 divided by 4, that gives you 6. Right, let's look at the next question. Here, you do the same thing. You multiply 10 and root 5 by root 5. So here, root 5 times root 5, that gives you 5. 10 times root 5, that is 10 root 5. But you can simplify this as well, because you can see the number path. 5 can go into 10 twice. So become 2 root 5. Okay. Now, let's look at this question. 5 root 6. Now, again, you multiply 5 root 6 and 5 divided by root 6. So you multiply the numerator by root 6. You multiply the denominator by root 6. So root 6 times root 6, that is 6. And then 5 times root 6, 5 root 6. Now, that is okay. That is your answer, because 5 cannot go into 6 exactly. So you leave it this way. So that is your final answer. Now, just 3 more questions for you to have a go. Press pause, have a go. When you are done, press play. Okay, let's have a look at the questions. The first one here is, here are the answers. You do realize here, you do the same thing here, root 12 times root 12, that give you 12. 3 times root 12, that give you 3 root 12. But then root 12 here, you can split that into a perfect square root and a so you can split root 12 here as root 4 times root 3. Again, root 4 is 2. So that becomes 3 times 2 times root 3. So this is here, 3 times 2 times root 3 over 12. So that gives you 6 root 3 over 12. But however, 6 can go into 12 twice. So we have root 3 over 2. It's your final answer. The same thing here. So once you multiply root 20 by root 20, so that clears up the denominator here as 20. But then you can split this root 20 into perfect square root and a side. So that is root 4 times root 5. And again, we have here that root 4 is 2. So 2 times 8, that gives you 16. 16 root 5. And then over 20. Here, find a common number that can divide 16 and 20. And when you do that, you find out that 4 can go into 16 4 times, 4 can go into 20 5 times. So you have your answer 4 root 5 over 5. Okay, let's look at the final question. Question 3. Again, the same thing. Root 120 times root 120. That clears up the denominator as 120. Then you split here. You can now split this 120 into perfect square root. So here we can have root 4 times root 30. So root 4 is 2, and 4 times, 4 times 2, that gives you 8. Then 8 root 30 over 120. Now, simplify that, it can go into 120, so 15 times. So you got your perfect answer as root 30 over 15. Yes, have a go at these questions. Try them again. If you didn't get them, go back to them again and listen, and until you perfectly understand them. But don't forget, if you can't split them into perfect square root, then go on and do so without using a calculator.